What's going on, Combat Sports Nation? This is Sean here with CES 54 post-event coverage, post-fight with Jessy Miele, who was victorious over a very tenacious Kylie O'Hearn. Now, this fight was set at 145 pounds. Kylie last fought in August of last year at 125 pounds. So sometimes this is just the way things go here, probably throughout all of women's MMA, but definitely here in the Northeast, that girls, sometimes well out of each other's weight classes, are matched up just for the simple fact that they cannot get fights, especially with the experience that Jessy has and the just the monster savage of Kylie that comes into the cage. No women want to really fight them. So this was an incredible fight. I felt that Jessy's experience and her, just her cage awareness would not allow her to fall into the trap of the brawl, rock'em sock'em style that Kylie can tend to bait her opponents into. And sure enough, she was Jessy was victorious, very calm, very patient, really implemented her game plan. Give a moment to listen how Jessy breaks that down.
I've been looking for a fight for a while, so I went out to the Ultimate Fighter tryouts, and one of the fights that I was scheduled for in Foxwoods got messed up because of the tryouts. So I had something scheduled that got messed up. I had something else scheduled that got messed up. So I had been looking, and once the finale was out there, Russell, my coach, one of my coaches, put out, Jessy Miele should be maybe up there in the Ultimate Fighter, and her coach said, hey, Kylie wants to fight Jess, and they're like, really? She fought at 125, she's okay with going up? And she said yeah, so she wanted to fight, and we were like, hell yeah, we'll take it. We're both on the Northeast,
Yeah.
So I was in the number one spot, and I was losing my place because after 2 years of not being active, so I needed to fight.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah, I'll fight whoever's ready to go, so it was great. I mean, in most of her fights, she stands, she throws, she's ready to bang. She's not going down easy, which is great. I mean, a lot of people, you'll stand until someone hits you hard enough, and you're like, okay, I'm not standing anymore. So maybe it could have been that she just never got a good punch. She could just be that kind of person that she's, got a big enough head that can walk right through punches. Who knows? So either way, I was just ready for her to come throwing, and I'm not one to play someone else's game. I'm not going to sit here and say, let's just bang and see who punches harder. I'm going to say, I want to finish fights. I've always been saying I'm going to finish fights. However that manages to be, if it's standing and punching, if it's just ducking under and taking you down to the ground, it is what it is. But, once you hang out in a spot that it's not going well for you, don't just stand there and stay there like, the cyborg fight. You can't keep coming back in. It's time to rethink a little bit. So.
I mean, look, props to Kylie. I mean, she got in there. She was 1-0 in her professional career, and she was going up against, like I said, a veteran who has fought the likes of Charmaine Tweet, Peggy Morgan, Janice Meyer. Jessy is no joke. She is top tier Invicta, UFC, Bellator type talent. And she's going to discuss on how she's just ready. She's just ready to move on from New England and move on to the next progression of her career, and that's fighting women at 145 pounds, at her skill level. And we agree with her. She should have been there. She's been prime for this opportunity for quite some time. And we've been lobbying for her to go to the next level. I know other people have too. Listen to some names that she throws out, and what do you think?
It was great, honestly. I felt like coming into this fight, I felt really good. I've had a great weight cut. Usually after my weight cuts, I'm kind of like, oh my God, my body goes through all kinds of weird things. I felt really good from it. I feel like more mature as a fighter. I was way calmer. You're gonna get tired. Your arms are gonna die. You want to hit them as hard as possible and knock them out, and it doesn't work. It just happens. That's part of the game. But I kind of was like, that's part of the game. So you do what you can, and you just keep going until it's over. I want to get out of the Northeast. I want to fight in the big shows, whether it be Invicta, whether it be Bellator, whether it be the UFC. But I want my shot with the 145-pound fighters that are my exact weight level. Let's go. I appreciate Kylie stepping up, but she can fight lighter than 145. She's new to her whole game. She's got a whole, lifestyle that can, fighting coming to her.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm older. I want to fight. I've been in the game for long enough. I want to fight the big dogs. Let's go. Give me a shot. It's my turn to get up there now. So that's what I'm looking for. I mean, we've been talking to Shannon. I've been asking Shannon. I mean, Elizabeth Phillips. We were supposed to fight for WFC, and she called me out in Joel Rios' his show and was like, "I want to fight Jessy Miele," and I'm like, "I'll fight her." I never not wanted to fight her. I'm always all about that. You know, we both went for the tough trials. We didn't make it. Who cares? Let's go fight right now, wherever.
Yeah.
Whether it be at CES, whether it be in her hometown, Sydney, Indianapolis. She was calling me out. I was like, "Come on, I'll fight you in Bellator in my hometown." I don't care. You know, at this point, I'm more mature in the game. I just want to get in the cage more often and keep going. That's it.
And we want to reiterate that same thing. We look forward to her being in the cage more often against that top next level opponents. Stay tuned for more of our CES 54 post-event, post-fight coverage, as well as follow along with Jessy on her social media. As you see, it's there in the video. We, as always, Combat Sports Nation greatly appreciates you. Thank you so much. Follow us on Instagram, watch us on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, visit us on Twitter, and stay tuned.